Hey guys, Jira bro back with you another video. Uh, let's talk about some issue collectors. So, in reality, this feature is not being used a lot, but I'm just gonna cover it so you can know what you can actually do with it. So, in order to actually create the issue collector, you go to your project settings. Within the issues, you have collectors. You click on that, and then it's gonna lead you here. So it says that issue collectors is being used to gather feedback on any website in the form of Jira issues, even from users who do not have the Jira accounts. Once you have configured the look and feel of an issue collector, simply embed the generated JavaScript in any website. So this is actually pretty interesting, right? So the great thing is that the users from your website, they can go ahead and raise the bugs. But one of the other things for the issue collectors that you can actually do is issue collectors could be set in order to send you an email of the filters of the issues that were actually being done. So of course this also depends on the filter that you set. Alright, so what we are actually gonna do, we click on add issue collector. Now in here, first of all, you specify the name. So I'm gonna say issue collector. Alright, so the very first thing is you're gonna choose the issue type in here. So of course it's gonna fetch all of the issue types within your specific project. If you had more issue types than these four, which are actually being defined by the agile methodology, you can use them. But I'm gonna leave on tasks, right? Then what I can actually also do is, for example, I can specify Lana Grant as the reporter. And so this is the reporter of the issue. Always use the issue reporter and attempt to match the submitter email address. Now what I also have is collect the browser info. So it collects the environment data of the user if they consent to being collected. These data includes the browser type, screen resolution, referral header, and URL where the feedback was actually collected. Now, this is kind of a matter of, I can even say, like, the privacy. The question would be, why do you want to know which type of browser someone was using, right? So why does it matter if someone was using Chrome, or if someone was using Edge, or someone was using Zilla? It doesn't really matter. Okay, so the very first thing that you're actually having here is this trigger. And when you see it in here, this is going to be the trigger preview, which is going to say provide feedback. And it's saying please provide your feedback below. Okay, so what we can actually do is, instead we can say your opinion, for example. And we have a trigger style of prominent, then we have subtle, and you have it in here. Then you have like the vertical, and you also can define the custom. And in here, if you actually want to experiment more with the JavaScript itself, yeah, sure, you can do it. All right, what else we have? So I'm gonna just leave it in here. I'm gonna say prominent, and this is the issue collector form. And then we have the templates where you can go like got a feedback, raise a bug, or custom, right? So this is something that you can specify and you can define. And you can define like description, and I can say attach a file. No, it's not gonna be attachment in the file. Then it's saying please provide your feedback below. So this is how is it going to look like, and this is the title. So I'm going to say issue collector test, and this is going to be done. And this is how is it going to look like, right? So it's gonna say name, description. Now it's gonna say summary, description, and then it has the name. You can adjust the positions, right? And when you adjust the positions, there you have it. Then you have the you can define the name, and you can define the email itself. And I click on submit, and when you actually click on the submit itself, there we go. So first of all, it's saying yeah, it's done, and it says this issue collector enables JavaScript access to all fields of the selected issue type. This allows anyone with the access to the issue collector URL to create issues and fill any fields for that issue. So you want to be careful about what you're actually doing in here, okay? Yeah, so that is something that you want to select. So you have this option to embed in the HTML, where basically you can do this with the HTML itself. So if I go ahead and if I copy this, let me just create a quick simple website. You're not going to see it in here, but I'm gonna explain what I'm doing in here. So I'm gonna create a simple app in here. I mean, it's not even an app, but alright. Okay, so the very first thing, so we have, I'm going to need the index.html, and yeah, that is it, because I already have the script tag. Okay, script tag is there, and I'm just gonna click and go live. And when I click on go live, let me just copy and paste everything in here. Yeah, so it's saying your opinion, right? And I'm clicking on it, and when I click on it, it's stating summary, right? And I'm gonna say it was good. Description, this is the description. I can just give a name, and I can click on submit. Thank you for your feedback. This window will automatically close in 5 seconds. Alright, so that was actually done. Now let's see if we actually have this recorded, and it's actually saying that we did have some activity in here. So we actually click on the activity, and what actually happened in here is we have like saying issues created, and we actually click on here. We can see who was the reporter, even if it's saying here that it was actually Lana Grant, and that was actually correct because we defined this within the template itself. And it's saying description, this is the description, and it's saying like this is the reporter. So this is actually pretty handful. Why? Because if you now go back and if you go with the collectors, and if you go with edit, now we can do is we can raise a bug here. We can ask what went wrong. Report a bug. So that is something that we can do. And let's see, I can use now subtle. I can update this. Now this needs to look a bit different. So I'm still saying like your opinion. It's understandable. Don't need to update the web pages. The changes will appear automatically in the form. Okay. So we don't have to go through the for those changes themselves. Okay. I understand. Now, okay. Now it's saying erase a bug. And it's saying like what went wrong and everything else. I couldn't open a link. And I can say Bob. And I can submit this. We're getting the feedback. Cool. So now I go back. There's another activity saying I couldn't open link. And then I could add an attachment or something else. But basically, this is how it can actually work. And this is how your users can interact with, if you're actually having an app or something like that. And if something doesn't actually work, that they can report the bug itself. So this is pretty nice, and this is pretty handful feature to have. So this is everything that you needed to know about the issue collectors. And yeah, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye.